Hi, this message is specifically for Candy. She wrote to me and she said, I always get confused as to when to use semicolons in sentence. So I'm going to start with saying that last word there, sentence, should have been plural. And I can explain why in another video, but for right now, speaking of sentences, in order to understand how to use semicolons, you have to understand what a sentence is. A sentence is also referred to as a main clause or an independent clause. A main clause, an independent clause, a sentence. A sentence is something that a group of words with a subject, a verb, and likely an object that can stand alone. So for example, I eat cake. Subject, verb, object, period. So if you take two ideas, two independent clauses and connect them, you can connect them in, well, I want to say two different ways, but there are more than that. But for today's discussion, we'll say two ways you can connect two independent clauses. Okay, so the first one, I eat cake, comma, and I eat cookies. So what you have is on both sides, you have a comma and so and is a coordinating conjunction. And so on both sides of the coordinating conjunction, right in the middle, you have I eat cake, comma, and on the other side, you have I eat cookies. On both sides of the coordinating conjunction, you have two independent clauses, two subject, verb, object sets that can stand alone. I eat cake, I eat cookies. So semicolons can be used to connect two independent clauses also. And so what you don't do with a semicolon is use a coordinating conjunction. You just use the punctuation. So a very, very simple example would be, I eat cake, semicolon, I eat cookies. Those two ideas, I mean, they're kind of related because I'm saying two different things that I eat, but you could simplify that sentence a lot and just say, I eat cake and cookies. So you want to be careful when you use a semicolon and make sure that your sentence is sounds more like a flowing idea, like two ideas that are connected and one idea leads into another. And so one example I wrote here is, I use an electric stove, semicolon. Some people prefer gas. And so those two ideas are similar and kind of flow into one another because we're talking about preferences. Mine is different than theirs, but the two ideas flow. What you don't want to do, like I did with the cookies and cake example, is put two independent clauses together that really don't connect. Maybe the noun is the same or the subject is the same, but the ideas just don't flow together. For example, this is what not to do. I use an electric stove, semicolon. I think I left the stove on. Okay, so the noun is the same. We're still talking about a stove and an electric one, but the ideas are contrast. The ideas contrast. So you want to make sure that one idea flows into another. So essentially, you can use a semicolon to connect two independent clauses without using a coordinating conjunction.